This episode is brought to you by our partnership with Kelly Education.
The pain is there because you're leaving home, which is Philippines,
Right.
but you don't know what's ahead of you, which is already the opportunities that you have. Like, I did not see that these people here are so welcoming. Like, really? Like, I was really like flabbergasted with all
Right.
what happened.
Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Ignite Project podcast. So, if you are returning with us and listening in, or this is your first time, we really have a guest for you. Today, we want to introduce Mr. Reyes. You can call him Lee Reyes or Bruce Lee. So, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you so much also for the warm welcome. This has been such a long waiting that I've been looking forward also to also Ignite Spark, because
Yes.
the very first time I got this email, it was like a bomb dropped to my head. Like, oh no. It's so, it feels surreal right now that I'm already here. Like, it feels so wonderful to be here. Like, when I say bomb, it's like sparkles.
Yes.
Like, I cannot wait to speak with you and for the opportunity that this program has.
Yeah, we are so glad to talk with you because you have gone through something really special. For those of you who don't know, you basically were part of a program, EPI, the Educational Partners International. So these international teachers, you've applied and you've basically gotten a position here within Polk County Public Schools. You currently work at Chain of Lakes, 4th grade.
Yes.
So how's that going so far for you?
Well, Chain of Lakes was so like, it's like I told Mrs. Nelson before, like, this is like a Disney world to me, like a fairy tale
That's awesome.
storybook. Like, I never realized that the people there, like, they were so helpful. Like, they will really lift you up, even you're struggling already. Like, they will juggle you.
Yeah.
They will try to catch you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here for you, so don't worry.
I love that.
The solid support that I have from Chain of Lakes Elementary School is superb. Like, even the walls there are built with so much positivity, and you cannot really like say, in my own opinion, that there's no way for you to go back to where you should like cry or whatever because you miss Philippines. No, like Chain of Lakes of Elementary School, it's like magical world for me already. Like,
I love that, and I love that it's become family to you in the aspect of not only have you started working at a new environment, but you are coming into a different culture.
Yes.
And so that feeling of a new teacher is typical. Teachers get overwhelmed easily; they need that support. But on top of that, you're immersing yourself into a different
True.
culture, trying to access all the resources, understand everything that's going on around you.
Yes.
So it's really amazing to hear that you have found your family away from
Yes.
family,
Yes.
feeling so comforted. And what I'd love to hear is your experience so far, and what did you like not anticipate coming over here? What has been something that you've just really surprised you?
Like, I was when way back in the Philippines, where I'm still having this blank opportunity, which I don't really know if there will be a period to this or will the story continue.
Right.
So it was just all about ellipses. Like, the planning is there already, especially when I applied to EPI, but I was looking forward. This is America. United States of America. This is not like other country that you go visit or just have a vacation. I'm going to work here, and I'm going to grow my professional skills as a
Yeah.
teacher. And I never anticipated to be like America is really like, there is no room for you to like what do you call this? Like, to just go around here and just pose and this and that, and I'm already in a beautiful place. There's a room for that, but there's always a time for you to grow, which
Right.
I am already doing. Like,
Yeah.
the pain is there because you're leaving home, which is
Yeah.
Philippines.
You're
But
right.
you don't know what's ahead of you, which is already the opportunities that you have. Like, I did not see like these people here are so welcoming. Like, really? Like, I was really like flabbergasted with all
Right.
what happened. Like,
Yeah. So with that, what are some major differences that you really had to adjust to when you came over?
oh, particularly the school situations.
Yeah.
Where in before in the Philippines, like when you go, it's my place, so
Yeah.
it's our country, so I know how it works.
You're familiar
already.
with it. You're
Yeah.
comfortable with it.
Like I'm very comfortable. Like you just, hey, flutter your wings and fly. Don't worry. So, what I'm doing, what I felt before, like I was scared. Like, can I do this?
Right.
Can I be? Will I be able to deliver? So, with the support that I have at my back, EPI and Chain of Lakes,
Yeah.
I felt like I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
So, especially the team that I have, like, I was really like enjoying and having so much fun while also learning. It's like shedding my skin,
Right.
like my old skin and this, but at the same time apply what you know, learn and
Right.
unlearn things. So I am really like this type of person who is very teachable, because one person who is already, may the Lord bless her soul, she sparked the dream in me. Her name is Feliciana Mandy, and she told me like, if you don't know anything, always ask for help. And
Yeah.
if somebody asks you, do you know this? The best answer is teach me and I will learn.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So prior to teaching at Chain of Lakes, what kind of background professionally did you come with as far as your experience?
Yeah, so I'm a teacher in the Philippines. I graduated a Bachelor of Elementary Education. So this sounds like I'm already applying.
It's okay. You passed
Yeah,
that process.
yeah,
You already got a job.
correct. So I graduated as a Bachelor of Elementary Education, major in General Education. Then I've been teaching in Philippines for 3 years.
Okay.
And my job as a teacher there, I was a 5th grade teacher
Oh.
in the Philippines.
So not too far different from the 4th grade.
Yes, not too far.
Yeah.
And like, there's really a big difference compared to the learners
Okay.
way back in the Philippines and also here in America. Like, I'm a very adventurous type of teacher. Like, I love to see things in a way that maybe this is really my personality, because I don't really like spend so much to things that's I would just want to share this, because my experience in the Philippines was really like also beautiful, but also I'm also trying to learn from myself also. Like, I'm a very I do love recycling things.
Yeah.
Like, I do love those. And I've also like to use these materials for my ground in the school, like my classroom. I make them as my training pod for those non-readers that we have, which I call progressive readers.
Okay.
Which I believe that they are so, when you use the word progressive, developing learners
Right.
in terms of reading, they will spark this like, hey, I can read. So I've been doing that also at school, and also way back even here in Philippines. I'm still trying to get in touch with my colleagues and my students. And then what else can I tell you about the Philippines, about my experience? Oh, I also worked as a waiter before I graduated. So we're going down the memory lane.
Going back, way
Yes.
back.
I also worked as a waiter and a student assistant, which is the person who really also held the torch in me to, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
She's my teacher, and she's so much alive,
Right.
and still very happy connecting with her. She is none other than Dr. Evelina H. Coronel. She was the person who held me during 3rd year college and to fourth year college. Then the other person also was started because we are very poor.
Yeah.
I'm very poor. Like my mom is a laundry woman. My dad is a tricycle driver. So we cannot afford to have college student at home
Right.
because it's expensive.
Yeah.
So we're 8 in the family, and I'm the third
Oh,
among
wow.
I'm the third among the children,
Okay.
the third born, and my best friend, who's the daughter of Feliciana Mandy, surprised me one time when I was working and taking good care of her child. She's from Texas.
Okay.
She worked as a case manager and as a nurse. When we met last time during 2000, I believe it was 2008.
Yeah.
When she went home to the Philippines, she asked me if I could take care of her son during their stay. So I did. So I built friendship already with this Philippine-American boy.
Yeah.
So we built friendship and love. Like I'm his big brother.
Right.
So one time when they already gone home to America, gone back to United States of America, she called me. She said on the phone, I could still remember the fresh words she said. Like, we're not best friends yet. So she said, June, I gave mommy $100 and this will already help you to pursue your education as a college student.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was like really shocked, and she gave me bags, like package of good things for college supplies.
Yeah.
And it all started there because I cannot really I was scared of not finishing my studies because I really want to live the life of my family and those who are of my brothers and sisters. So I really want to do that. So these people are very kind to me, and all I can say is I'm their product. I'm here.
I'm love
here.
that you kind of have that personal story for sure of everyone has this why as to why they became a teacher, this drive, and yours is so much more filled with this reality of this is happening and I want to do
True.
as much as I can while I'm here.
Yes.
And I think just like with everybody, there can be these fears and nerves and
True.
these anxieties of am I going to be able to fulfill my position
Exactly.
appropriately? But that leads me to the next point in the fact that when you came over Chain of Lakes, Mrs. Nelson has spoke volumes about how you stay so incredibly positive. When someone who overcomes something like this or faces something like this, it can be easy to be shut down or
True.
overwhelmed, especially during a pandemic. You're coming over, you're taking it with full force, and you show these feelings and display gratitude and pride with the staff, the students. And so with that, I'd love to hear some stories or experiences that you have in which you're just maintaining that feeling of gratitude and joy from day to day within your school walls.
Yeah, so I'll tell you a story of how it started.
Yeah.
So I will just try to shorten it with the EPI process because applying here with EPI takes so much time. But I'll tell you, the process is incredibly great because very organized, and Educational Partners International will help you all the way through. I am their product also, so I believe in them. So they brought me to Chain of Lakes Elementary School, when I had my virtual meeting with them, interview. I have another schools that I had invitation for interview, and Chain of Lakes is one of the thing that gave me ding.
Yeah,
This is it.
instant. I know this is the place I'm supposed to be.
So I was really praying that I hope I will be able to have a job offer from Chain of Lakes of Elementary because during that day when I had the interview, when I saw Miss Lean and Mrs. Nelson in the interview, they were just really smiling and they allowed me to speak and listen to my story. I kind of liked it. So I was so excited to finally meet them in person. And then when I arrived in America, I was really crying because is this really true that I'm already here in America? EPI, is this really true? Oh no! Then the day that they texted, Polk County texted me that I'm ready for for deployment that I'm ready to see Chain of Lakes. I was like thinking, okay, tomorrow is the day that I'll be meeting my new home, my school. When I arrived there in the morning, 7:45, like I was there 7:30. Like I was checking on the door, like, okay, this is so locked. So I was there, like, I looked at Miss Jackie. I looked at Miss Jackie and she said, anything? Like, hi, I'm Lee Reyes. Oh, Mr. Reyes, you're here! Like, when we were already there, like, come on in. So she asked me to enter the building, the office, and I was really amazed with this building is so beautiful. The office is so nice. Like, I cannot really like. And then I heard some people, is he Mr. Reyes? Have you seen
Everyone's excited to meet you.
Have you seen like in a movie like this Disney World, the Disney princess like Belle, like when she's out and then everybody was looking at her, like on that moment I felt like, wow. So Miss Jackie brought me to see some people. Like I saw Miss Wilson. She introduced me to Miss Wilson, the person who's going to walk me around and things to do like this and that. So Miss Wilson was such an awesome person also. Like we went to the library and I saw vast of books. Like wow. Like I was really like walking to a very beautiful place. Like I've seen like so much positive to it. Like the door, even the door, when you open it, it says there, take care of otters. Like, it sounds like otters. Like, wow. Like, okay. And I found out that otter is what do you call this?
The mascot.
The mascot of Chain of Lakes. So, when I entered there, walked through the building, and the grade 3 building, I just walked. Like, I was looking at it, this is the school that I've been watching in a movie. Like, I asked myself, can I touch the wall?
Which this makes me like, I love that you're saying this because this humbles me. Like I know as a previous teacher, we go into a classroom and I think I've been guilty of having these thoughts of like, oh, this wasn't as big as I hoped, or this wasn't the way I hoped it to look like. And so it's very humbling to kind of be grateful for the opportunity that no matter where you're at, what your classroom looks like, the space that you're provided, that we truly are given this opportunity of wealth. And I say it's wealth because with your perception of things, it is so much more of wealth than we are used to or we anticipate. And so just being grateful and humble, hearing you say like you wanted to touch the walls and like you wanted the vastness of the library and the books that from day to day we get so used to, and we don't realize how special it is from day one to be able to have access to all of that.
Exactly. And then like when we were already, Miss Wilson was talking about this and that. So this is the photocopy when we entered the room where there's full of materials. Like I was asking to myself, like I don't want to look like I'm very ignorant because I don't want to like, hey, we have to conceal that. So I said to myself, is this for free? Like, yeah, you can just grab here some items if you need. If you need anything, let us know. Yeah. I will be happy to help you. Then we walked to the paper, then this and that. So I said, wow, amazing. So we went to 4th grade where my room will be. Like, there, when I entered the building, and then door bangings, like bang. And then we climb up the stairs. Then I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I entered the classroom already, and then Miss Wilson told me that these are your colleagues, this and that, and then they'll be the one to help you if you need anything. The closer to you, right? So if you are really like you need really help, just let us know. We'll be here for you. So when I entered that building, that classroom, and then I met some of the colleagues already. So Miss Siren, my other colleagues also who are so kind to me. She went there inside the class, on the door, bringing a basket of materials. Aww. And these are her words to me. I know it's not, it's kind of difficult to start fresh.
Yeah.
Here are some goodies items for you to work to use. If you need anything, let us know. I notice all the time that these words that they use, if you need anything, let us know. These are really true, and I cannot say
They
that.
can support it
Yeah.
with action.
Very supportive.
Yeah.
Like, I have a bag of goodies that I can use and papers that I can place, and then I started working with my classroom, and I'll make sure to make it neat, like there's a Philippine touch to it. Like, I did that.
I love that you make it your own.
Yeah. So I was just trying to make sure that I'm gonna use some of the things that I have.
Yeah.
I will not buy things because the things that I have already, they look like fresh and they're so expensive.
Yeah.
So I cannot afford to waste any of that, even a little piece of trash that may look like still be used up. So I was there. Then we went down already, and then in the building, there's this woman standing at the gate, looking at some students, and then she was like, "Okay, so Miss Wilson introduced me to her. Miss Nelson, like, she's here, Miss Nelson." Like, I was when I heard her name. She was there standing. Do you know that that kind of situation wherein you're trying to look for a queen? That was a situation.
I'm sure she's gonna love this.
Yeah, she was like that. So we were like, we're trying to
It's
look.
that long anticipation of meeting somebody that you get that sense the moment you meet them, you're admiring them, they're giving you this opportunity, so you want to do your best in their presence to like show what you can do, what you're capable of, but just kind of honor them with the opportunity that they've provided for you.
Yes, that's so true. Like, when Miss Wilson introduced me to Mrs. Nelson, and she said, when she looked at me, and then she really hugged me like, "Yes, you're home." Yeah, and she said this, "Welcome home."
Yeah.
Like, I was like, an enchantress told me this, and I was like, wow. Like, I felt so welcome. And she introduced me to the rest of the team. Like, "Hey, this is Mr. Reyes. He's the person that I'm talking about."
Yeah.
Like, what do you call this? The person, like, a very, I don't know if she said this, but this is the word that is in my mind. Very persevered.
Yeah.
Yeah, and inspiring to be
Yeah.
here with us. So I was really happy when I heard those words from her, and then I was like, wow, she's
That's awesome.
really generous to her words. She's very kind. Like I was like really thankful. Like, until now, I cannot even see myself like, am I still here?
Yeah. And I think it's so important that from day one, those teachers that come in that might feel overwhelmed, even new teachers of Polk County Public School, making sure that they feel like they're a part of that family, that they feel valued. Because I think that we ask people all the time at events or things like that, you know, what makes you stay, or what would really want you to stay for a long period of time with Polk County Public Schools. And time again, it's, I want to feel valued, I want to be received, I want to be looked at as a family or someone with a voice. And I think that the fact that they did everything that they could to ensure that you felt that from day one in such an environment that can be overwhelming already is so crucial. And kudos and shout out to Chain of Lakes for making that happen.
Yes.
So I want to briefly just cover this before we kind of close. These practices, teachers from day to day, we carry on these reasons as to why we teach, and it kind of helps us maintain that resilience from day to day. But for you, it might be a little bit different of what are some practices that you put into place to where if you're feeling a little homesick or things might be a little overwhelming in a classroom, or you're just, it's not feeling like as it should be, or this is just a different experience.
Yes.
What are some practices you put into place to remind you this is the place that makes you feel home for you, or you feel grateful or joyful?
Yeah, so I look to everything like there's always solution to that. So I love the word you say homesick, because it happened to me already. It's a terrible feeling, and if it happened to somebody, I know how it feels, and it's really, really will throw you out of your
Emotional state,
yes.
yeah, physical state. Mm-hmm.
So it challenged me during the day that when I think for how many months I've been working at Chain of Lakes, and then I just really miss home,
Yeah.
and I felt so homesick. Like I said, oh my gosh, maybe I cannot really do my job so well. So I tried to seek advice, and also to my colleagues after that. The days that I just stayed home for a while. Like I said that I think I really need to give
rest.
myself rest and try to organize my thoughts.
Yeah.
And because I won't be able to focus if this will happen to me. Like my thinking is divided.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. But when I asked Mrs. Nelson about it, I apologized for not coming. Like I just felt this, and she told me, you just have to take good care of yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Since they really understand my situation, and also I really want to the care that they have for me, because they know that you're far from your place.
Yeah.
They really understand the picture of that. But during December, I said I will not be able to go anywhere. Like I will not go vacation.
Yeah,
or
you can't take a drive a couple hours away,
Yes.
or see your family, or jump on an airplane a couple of hours and see your
Yes.
family. It's
Yes.
so much more than that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's really expensive too.
Yes,
Yes. So,
very expensive.
And during pandemic, your time is really taken with quarantine.
Yeah.
So I just said to myself, I will challenge myself to stay home and try to focus, and I will do this. And then I think I have already battled homesickness by just conquering, fighting my own fear.
Right.
So I stayed home, and I went there, and then I said that next time if homesickness will attack me, I'm not be able to deal with the same situation ever, because I know how to handle it, because I've been here
You
for
have that resilience built
Been-
in. Yeah.
been a long time in my place, so I'll be able to make it. I know I got this.
Yeah.
So with all these things that happened to me, the challenges, I know that I'll be able to see every situation in a positive way, because there is always solution to that.
Yeah.
So I've managed already to conquer problems that I thought that I would not be able to graduate to
right.
have my dreams, and now this is just little, so I won't let it affect me. Think of the positive people that's behind me and in front of me, that surrounds me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about COVID positive, of course. I'm just
Right.
talking of this because positive people with positive minds,
Right.
they are very important to me, and they can really light my way, and also remind me that, hey, you belong here, and we can do this together.
And when you are constantly using that language to yourself and around yourself with
Yes.
others, your students hear that.
Yes.
And they become that. They use that language a part of their conversations too. So I just know without a doubt that your kids are growing in that positivity and in that environment because you use it so much. It's obvious that you exude positivity on every level. You're
Yeah.
constantly smiling and you're constantly staying positive in the way you've sent your emails to us and things of that nature. So I can tell that your students
thank
are
you.
really reaping that. So with that, I want to kind of wrap up. We ask the same question to all of our guests. It's really cool to get a chance to see their perception and their answers. So if you could pick one area in education to really spark change, what would it be? So I want to ignite blank.
Okay. So let me just try to compose and get a good answer, because I've been thinking of that question. Like, all I thought that when I arrived here in America, like, everything is already provided to you. Like, yes, it is. It is. So I'd like to ignite, spark, to support to the teachers and students and staff that we have, because I'm already experiencing that right now. So this is not just for Chain of Lakes,
Right.
for United States of America, but if we can ignite and light the torch to the universe, for the teachers especially, to see how the support really can affect a life of a person.
Yeah.
Just I'm not really bragging myself, by just looking at me, I think Chain of Lakes of Elementary School, API, the school staff have ignited support to me that can really brighten the light of someone else's who's feeling down, unsupported. I would like to really ignite the spark of support worldwide.
Yeah.
And I really love that. I want to do that with you, with Chain of Lakes, and I'm happy to be of service of trying to lift up somebody, a teacher who feels very down in day-to-day tasks. So I really want to do that.
I love that. I love that because you yourself have, like what you said, a product of that support that you want to turn around so someone can also be a part of that support and feel that, so that they don't feel isolated or don't have to kind of walk through what you've walked through.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Lee, for coming in and being a part of our podcast.
Thank you so much. This has been such an amazing journey.
Well, we appreciate you, and we're excited to watch you grow in your journey as well when you finish up this year at Chain of Lakes.
I will keep learning, keep growing, keep glowing.
That's right.
Are you fired up? You can continue to fuel the fire by connecting with us here in Teacher Engagement. Every month, we host virtual all-teacher seminars, and we also have ongoing programs designed to support teachers wherever they're at in their teaching career. Whether you're a new teacher or a teacher leader, there is a way to get plugged in. Follow us on social media at @TeachEngage PCPS to see all that we have going on. Let's keep that spark alive and join forces with others who have chosen to stay ignited.
Thanks for joining us. You can subscribe to the Ignite Project on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, or watch online at the Polk County Public Schools YouTube channel. To learn more about the Ignite Project and other Polk County Public Schools podcasts, go to polkschoolsfl.com/podcasts.